Hi everyone, my name is Erica and our group decided to do a project about Photoshop. Our purpose was to determine whether or not college students' perception of reality has been affected by the current media situation by providing a series of pictures and having the participants rate how attractive they thought the pictures were and to what extent they thought the images were altered.
Our first step in setup was preparing the studio by adjusting the lighting and background where the photos would be taken. Next, we found participants and asked them to sign a consent form, as well as explain the process to make sure they understood what to do. Finally, we took the pictures, asking them not to make silly poses as Erica is doing.
We are now manipulating the photograph of a model in Photoshop CS5 using a tool that uses an algorithm that takes the surrounding pixels and extrapolates them to fill in exactly what we want. Now, as you can see, overuse of this tool leads to freaky effects. After that, we apply a filter in order to equalize the skin, and then we apply a layer mask in order to only apply the filter to wherever we want to apply it. Now, this tool isn't exactly what professionals use. This is just basically a quick and dirty way for us to be able to manipulate many photos for a low cost. And as you can see, this is the painting in progress. And unfortunately, the resolution of this video doesn't let you see exactly what's going on, so we will be providing examples of photographs after the video. This is what it looks like when you remove the underlying layer in order to see what areas needed to be painted in, and after a while, it also gets rather freaky. Our model is lucky enough to have very clear skin, so there's not much of a difference between the photographs in her case. However, as you will see, there is a difference later on.
This is an example of level 1 made to look the worst. Notice how the quality increases as the level increases. This is the original unaltered photo. This is an example of level 5 made to look the best. Notice how the actual participant was photoshopped and not just the quality.
We had unusual results in regards to the ratings of the pictures. Level 1 rated the highest in overall attractiveness, although it was altered to look the worst. This is the trend showing how altered the participants thought the pictures were. Although level 1 was altered to be the worst and rated to be the most attractive, participants thought it was the least altered of the 5 levels.
Do you think this study is pertinent in this day and age?
Yeah, I actually do think it's pertinent because in today's world there's a lot of people with body issue problems, the way they see themselves, and eating disorders, and that could be caused by what they see portrayed in the media, and it might not be real life. Like
they don't know it's not realistic.
They don't see it. No, they don't realize that these people are being photoshopped and heavily makeup.
Well, I think it's important because, some people on Facebook, they think people look like this, but when you get in real life, you look like this. Good or bad?
That's how I feel because I remember I was talking to one of my friends or whatever on Facebook, and when I met her in real life, I was like, that's not how you looked on Facebook.
What do you think the results will be?
Your results will be that people see the photoshopped and assume that it's how the people look in real life because they're used to seeing these images everywhere. And think that everyone's flawless like that, or should be.
Yeah. Do you think the pictures were modified enough for the difference to be noticeable?
Yeah, I do think it's noticeable. I mean, I could tell just by looking at what I was shown, the 2 different ones, and I could tell that they were, it's enough.
Well, I believe the pictures that that look worse are more noticeable than any pictures that are made more, made look better than the original.
I thought that maybe from the worser ones compared to the regular ones, people could notice, but as far as depending on how the person looks, the ones that were normal and the ones that made them look better, it depends on the person. Like, because with her, I don't know, like kind of like the ones that they were made better, it still kind of looked the same, but I could tell the ones that they made worse. So I think it all depends on the person.
Do you have any additional comments?
It might sound shallow, but I do like the photoshopped ones better, if I'm right.
I would participate in another research like this.
I think this was a good study.
The main limitation in our study was our survey. It could have been designed more clearly to eliminate participant confusion. Also, due to the length of our survey, participants grew weary and rushed through the questions.
Another limitation deals with our results. Our data was inconsistent because many participants neglected to fill out the second half of the survey. Also, the ratings may have been skewed by participant recognition of the person in the photo.